Alright, I'm gonna go with a quality over quantity approach this season in 3v3, which means that I'm only gonna play one game a day, but I'm going to thoroughly analyze it. So when analyzing it, it's important that I have an ideal to look towards. So I think what I'm gonna try as my ideal is that in positions, I want to give myself as many options as possible, and I want to always have a defensive option, and I always want to have an offensive option. So defensive options such as defending a shot, offensive options such as claiming a free possession in case they whiff, because that happens a lot. So without further ado, probably going to be pausing every 5 seconds. Alright, I cheat. Already, it's looking weird. Why is it looking weird? Because I know that I'm beat to this ball. My teammate is far, as expected, because they're grabbing boost. So, what do? I just kind of let the ball get hit over me. If I'm fast to this, there's just no way I'm beating them. Like, look how much closer they are. I think they cheated a little closer than I did. Alright, so I'm at this pad. They're at this pad. I'm a little ahead of the pad. He's a little ahead of the pad. But they're using momentum. I think it's slightly favorable for him. Okay. But here, just driving him like this is bad because it reduces my options, which is what I want to get away from. In this position, my only option is to jump for the ball. There's also the option to demo, but like that doesn't really do anything. If I just see I'm turning to the left, which is weird. I don't really know why I'm doing that. I think I do that because I'm figuring if it's on the right side of the field, then it's going to my teammate. But really I should just be probably stationary, or probably like nose facing straight forward. And then I make a decision here. Now I don't actually have to close the distance. I don't think so. What I should do is I should wait. So if I'm here, I wait. Oh hey look, a shot that I can save. So what do we learn? If the ball is favorable to the other person, I don't need to close the distance necessarily. Should only close the distance if it actually does something. Here, closing the distance only allowed them to shoot the ball over me. And usually I would expect my teammate to be back for it, but doesn't change the fact that I allowed them to just shoot on net, whereas the option to not do that was available. Okay. Here, again, I think it's the exact same mistake. I see this. The ball is traveling on a line like this, right? Traveling like that. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Well, the point is it's traveling towards the wall. So if the ball is traveling towards the wall, I should be ready for it to both bounce off the wall and roll up the wall. In this case, I'm kind of only playing for it to roll up the wall. And it's also not going to the wall because there's a person there. Could I have beat this person to the wall? Okay, from what I see two opponents. And then that guy appears. The moment I see that guy just appear, does that guy really just appear out of nowhere? It's kind of like 1,000 cars there, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, he actually does just appear out of nowhere, what the heck? That's insane. Okay, but here, I'm in a okay position because I can turn to cover net. However, my turn's going to be awkward. It's going to be slow because at first I have to readjust where I'm facing and then turn. I think I'm playing this a little too aggressively as last, but maybe this is the aggression I need because there's a potential to beat this player. But the moment I see that they're beating me, this 50 that I get doesn't do anything. In fact, it probably harms me. Yeah, the ball is forced to the wall and then it's awkward. It is good that I'm goal side, but I think I shouldn't have to settle on a 50 here. I think if there's an option to let the opponent have a poor touch, I should do that. And I don't know what the quality of this person's touch is going to be, but honestly, it looks like they have the option to loop around the ball and go for a shot. So I should observe that. And I think the problem is that... Okay, I'm facing forward. Oh, I see a person just appear out of the ether. Ideally, I'm facing more like this because I need to cover my net here. Now let me look at this from the perspective of this person. I think they think I'm gonna challenge. Okay. So if I just wasn't here, if I was like just here. Facing towards the midfield. It's kind of awkward. I lose all my vision. So I guess what I'm doing here is fine. But I can't get too close, because if I get too close, then I won't have enough time to react to a shot. So I'm in this position, diagonally facing towards the midfield, instead of towards the wall. This is the position I assume if I want to challenge or claim a free ball, but I should see that they clearly have possession. So I should just be chilling here. And then they make that touch, the touch goes up the wall, and then I can pressure. Or I could continue watching the midfield because when they're in the wall, they don't have much boost. I know that because they just went off kickoff. So their only option is really going to be either waiting on the wall and hoping to get a touch as the ball lands, or trying to get a flip middle. Or maybe this person's a little more mechanical and they can do a ceiling shot flow boost. Yeah. So there's some shots to cover here. Once this ball rolls up here, But I think watching the midfield is just a pretty good thing to do. So I should like stay positioned here. Ball goes up. Okay. There's no danger. There's no threat. I don't need a challenge. I just grabbed that boost, so that's not spawning anytime soon. I don't have to do any boost steals. Could even fix my angle. Or maybe I could stay stay posted here and let my teammates get back, because I see that they both have no boost. This is not good. Like, straight up. Hey, wait. Where did I say to stop? Yeah, I said to stop right here. Mark that. So I'd have a cone kind of like that. Where does the ball end up? Wait for it. Wow. So it would seem that waiting in the position would be pretty good, assuming that everything else happens the same way, which I think it would, because the player who made the touch off the wall is always going to make that touch, because I'm pressuring. So yeah, just in general, it's just not good to play the ball across the face of the net if I see that there's players there, because I'm relying on my teammate to get a good challenge here. Is that true? Well, I think jumping early and flipping is just is just panic. If I was paying attention, I'd know that they're teammates. Well, I don't really have any vision, so I think the first step is to camera off or ball cam off, take a look at the field, and then make my decision from this position instead of getting really close to the ball and then having only the option to hit it or wait in front of it. Those are about my only two options here. And so I think that it's not good that I only have two options and one of those options involves centering the ball for the enemy. The other one is playing 50 when I have no teammate who can follow. Okay, now I'm just... Alright, so... See, my teammate has the ball. So what should I be covering? Probably the midfield, if I had to say. So I'm kind of last here. So I should really be covering, like, the net. Yeah, so teammates is kind of assuming the midfield position. So I just trust that. And then I'm something like this. And then I see that they get a beat. So then I can slowly push up. Okay, that's kind of what I did. Grabbing pad, nice. Could I have been ready for this touch? It's kind of hard to read. I should really be just playing it slow here. There's no reason for me to jump for this. Right? I'm thinking, oh, I just got a touch I can fall off the wall. And then I center it to the two enemies that are waiting. It's not very good. So what I should do is I should say, okay. Ball's traveling to my side. One of my teammates is out of boost, the other one is very far forward. Let me allow them some time to get back. And then maybe I pressure this by being like this. If I'm like this, then the opponents here are less inclined to go for it. So instead of getting this pointless touch, I just let the ball continue doing its thing. And then I'm waiting something around here. And then from here, I can make a better decision. I have more options. There's the option that if I see this person's like barreling forward really fast, I could go for a 50. I could opt for a fake and then cover their touch. And I also have offensive options. I could look for a flip up the wall. I could look for a flick to the backboard. I could look for an infield to this player. Instead, I don't do any of that, and I get a bad touch. See, the intent was there. Okay, for this flip, you're kind of troll. I need to survey the field. Okay, I'm surveying the field. I see that, okay, there's nobody who's going to be able to score this. So once I do that, instead of flipping to beat the ghost, I just take a more controlled path. And then I'll actually have an option here. Now, my offensive options aren't looking very good. I think the best decision would be to play for boost, which would allow my teammates to support me. I think that's fine, yep, play for boost. This is kind of only covering one option. But I'm clearly signaling to my teammate that I'm occupying this space. This is heavily covering the pass from my teammate in case he gets it past him. And I think it's also covering the pinch. Yeah, okay. So I think this is fine. The moment I see this, there's definitely potential to just go for bumps and be a menace. Is that true? I like this. I'm quickly getting out of there because I'm in a bad position. And I think this turn forward is fine. Because I see that my teammate's not here, so I'm just covering where they're not. Okay. And then I'm playing further than the Jesse player because the only way I'm going to score is if the ball gets past that player. Otherwise, they're going to have a touch that goes to the right, which is where my teammate is covering from what I see. Well, what I see is my teammate's rotating out for corner boost. So my expectation is that they're going to rotate out for corner boost and then see that I'm covering the passing lane. So then they assume the position of, okay, I can play this line. Which is exactly what they do, nice. This is kind of bad. I'm too close, I feel like. It just feels like I'm too close. So I'm not ready to challenge this. And I don't even know if I need to challenge this. Yeah, this all comes from... I think just stay here. Because as I get closer, I'm only covering the person missing the ball option. And I need to be patient. I need to consider that threes is a game of whittling down your opponents. It's kind of hard to score if there's three defenders. So I should just be like a little close, but not too close. So this is good. I can cover the left side of the field. And I just stop here. I don't want to cross like this area, because then it's a little too close, I feel like. And then, oh, I see a clear. If this person wants to clear at midfield, I'm ready to pounce. They missed the ball, okay. Now I'm playing something like this. And this just feels so much more comfortable. Why is this so much more comfortable than what I'm doing? Because what I'm doing now, I'm kind of facing backwards. The alternative is that I just use my boost. Like I have 100 of it, I should use maybe a little bit just to reposition a little faster. Because what I'm covering is the ball gets hit to the corner. That's pretty much it. Ball gets hit to the corner, or maybe they get a weak touch to the sidewall. But that's already not threatening. Instead, what I need to be covering is what's threatening, so it would be the midfield. So in real time, I'm boosting. And then I can see that this person is going to get a touch to the midfield. And then instead of being here and all awkward, I'm here, still a little diagonally angled. And then I can beat this player to this ball. But just because I can beat a player to the ball doesn't mean I need to. Right? So I see this, I'm like, I'm just gonna continue covering the midfield, denying their teammates any opportunities to mount pressure on my team. So I'm watching this, I'm playing like this, and then I flip this to the side, and then we have a counterattack going. Okay. This is just unlucky. Maybe I should recognize that. Yeah, maybe I just need to recognize that I'm too close. Or I can't really read this. Yeah, because this should get my team scored on. I don't know how it doesn't. Get a nice touch over them. I think since I don't see my teammate here, I don't see him on the left wall, I don't see him in the midfield, I should say, okay, I'm going to cover the midfield. Be right here. And then I probably just get there. Okay. I said I'm being a little weird. I should recognize that, okay, they have a touch before me. So I space here. Free goal. The position I'm in now is only covering a weird touch from the opponent. It's not really covering a good touch from the opponent. Like if this person gets a good touch midfield or maybe across here. Kind of screwed. I just need to slow down. Okay. It's a horrible touch, but it works. Why is this a horrible touch, in my opinion? Well, first of all, am I following this back to the corner? You see, we're in the same position from earlier. And we play it a little too strong to the wall. Instead, recognize that this is just a nice position to sit in. Oh, that's really awkward. Let me reposition. And then instead of touching it here, which could be dangerous if this player gets a bump, I instead position it, I don't know, somewhere around this space. Maybe I could just go straight down the middle because it looks like wide open. I just shouldn't dive here. I also don't think I was using enough awareness. The moment I see my teammate in this position, I should expect them to do something. Like maybe they miss, but even if they do miss, me double committing with them isn't good. It's not a good habit to build. So once I see them here, I should probably take a position more like this, just to cover the sidewall. And then I respond to what the opponent does. The opponent gets a touch here. Okay, now I'm looking mighty threatening right here. Instead, what I do is I give them a free outplay to what they were going to do anyways. Right? Like they had no vision of me. Is that true? Yeah, I think they could hear me, but they didn't actually see me. Which means that if I were to just play this more flexibly, instead of facing forward here, I'm facing... No, I think facing forward here is fine. Because I know they're not going to be able to get a touch behind me. I come here, I'm really threatening. And then I can make a play from this. I think I want to eliminate the habit of just diving at the ball because, oh, it's my job, I need to force the ball. When in reality, being like this and then fake moving for a second or two will cause them to throw the ball away most times. And if it doesn't, then I can always react. The problem of what I'm doing now, the quote unquote forcing that I'm doing, is that doesn't actually do anything besides put me in a worse position. Like if I didn't do this, if I was just not a part of this, the same play would happen. So there's even an argument that maybe I could be here and just park my car right here. But no, I think definitely I just get here, I pressure, I pressure, I pressure. This person's terrified, they hit the ball away. And when pressuring this, I have to make sure I don't get too close, because if I'm too close, I don't have any options. But if I'm here, I have option to wait for the ball to roll down. I can always get a touch and then air dribble. I can always just get a hard touch midfield. There's many options if I just wait. Um, yeah, I'd probably have to go back and then do some weird stuff because if I rolled up the wall. But the point is that I'd be the one doing this challenge and not my teammate. And my teammate would probably see that I'm able to make a challenge, and so they wouldn't make this challenge because this challenge is bad. Straight up. Like, that should really be a goal for them. I'm just kind of caught asleep. I should recognize that I don't see one of them. Oh. I think I'm just too close. Right? Like, I'm pushing out for what? Pushing out here, I don't really have any options. If I want to play for a pass, I should push aggressively like this and be aware of the bump behind me. This doesn't really cover anything. You see, it's awkward because now I just turn in and then it's messy. I want it to be clean, so what should I do? It's a tough situation. I think the push out here is the main problem. I should just wait because I'm in a good position. And then there's no problems. My teammate will see that I'm not here, so they'll fill that space. And I can just sit pretty in the net. And because I had vision, I wouldn't have gotten that red. Okay, again, ball's in the corner. What do I do? Mindlessly drive towards the corner. Like, this is just, it doesn't do anything besides overcommit two players. Instead, I should just chill. Oh, the ball got hits the wall. Cool. And there's a lot of problems with this. First, the flip is just doesn't do anything. So this is already a bad position to be in. Okay. Facing backwards and only backwards, diagonally towards my corner is like actually just horrible. Even if I read that the ball is going into the corner, I don't need to play like this. I don't need to be diagonally facing towards my back boost. What I need to cover is the midfield and maybe the backboard. So this is only covering this little area. whereas it should be covering. If I want to play super defensively, I should just shift the angle I'm facing a little bit. So instead of facing like this, I'm facing like this. But I think the best option would be something like this, because I can always turn back towards net. Yeah, I think go here, and then I can make the decision that, oh wait, that's really fast. I don't want to go for that. So I'm here. I'm a little aggressive. Like, okay, peace out. Would I be like that? Yeah, I'd probably just peace out. And then ball does its thing. I'm here. I get a flip midfield. We have pressure. We have a counter. Instead, they almost get a goal. And I force my teammates to use like all their boost. Okay, that should just be a goal, bruh. I think I got too excited. If I see the net's this open, yeah, like just straight up, I just should score this. Um, Me missing this isn't the reason I lost the game though. I should keep that in mind. The reason I lost the game is because I'm continuously putting myself in suboptimal positions. So yes, if I score this, maybe we do win the game actually, or maybe we go to OT at least. But if I was playing the other positions much better, playing them optimally, or as optimal as I can, then I find more goal scoring opportunities. And maybe the amount of goals I have is like, maybe I'm 3 goals up instead of 1 goal down, something like that. But that's just a bad miss. Okay, here. What am I covering? I'm covering the wall. Is there a position that covers both the wall and the midfield? Do I need to cover both those positions? Oh. Okay, I see my teammate just landed. Okay. So my teammate's probably on right wall, probably somewhere around there now. I just heard them flip, so I know maybe they're covering the midfield. Maybe I don't need to heavily cover it. Yeah, they're pretty much covering it. That's fine. This could probably just be a shot straight up. And if it's a shot, then it goes in. But I think the way I played this is okay. Why do I think it's okay? Because I wait for their touch, and then once I see their touch, I respond. And I get jump scared by that guy a little bit. But I'm able to get a nice beat. Oh, now here, yeah, there's the problem. In this position, I seem to tend to get a little too close, too fast. Instead, if I just... Okay, so let's say I'm playing optimally, or let's say I'm playing good. Okay, I watch this, I see, okay, that ball is bouncing. I'm just gonna go to the side here and wait for it to roll into me. And then I can do the same touch that my teammate makes. Instead of having to rotate out weird style. And then this could probably just be a shot. My touches weren't very accurate this game, as we saw. But yeah, I think just shooting there is better. Okay, now I need to cover the midfield. I like that look. I'm kind of only covering the clear. Alright, here I'm playing for the pass. It's too awkward. This I kind of played too heavily for the pass. I think I just coast a little bit here. And then I'm watching the midfield in case something dangerous happens. And then maybe I make the judgment that this ball is not that dangerous. Okay. Then here, I see this. I should be boosting towards this and just flipping the ball to the left. This person shouldn't have a chance to touch it. Okay. Now I turn. And then I get some distance. And then this is just a free beat. Why did I not get a beat? I just didn't confidently go around the ball enough. But these are the situations where instead of getting random pressure on my team, I could have scored. I could have passed the ball for an opening to my teammate. Yeah, so I get a little bit of distance away from the ball just so I have more options. And then I close that distance as the ball's falling. And then I can get a beat on this player. Because the ball is going towards me, I'm already advantaged. There's no way this person is going to be able to challenge that. Just a simple jump here would have worked. Here, I should really just be sitting here. Like, this is a good position. And then I'm just a little faster at this ball. That probably just should have been a goal, but it's fine. And here, yeah, it's awkward because I'm pushing forward. Do I need to? No, not really. I can just chill here. I chill here, I chill here. Okay. Free goal. Just watch all the weird stuff happen. Because the problem is if I get too close too quick, my only option is have the ball get hit over me or get a really poor touch. Yeah, so this position's kind of covering everything that I need to be. With this angle. See if my teammate gets a touch, I can move forward towards it. And if Howells gets a touch towards the wall, if they get a touch somewhere around here, I'd be able to jump for it. And if nobody gets a touch, I can take a shot. Or go for a double or something. Or just look for a high backboard touch. Because their last man is isolated right now. Instead, I do nothing, and then I go for a desperation bump, because I had a good opportunity to score, and I just didn't. Too close. Again, it's like I want to be part of the play, so I cheat up, but I should recognize that if I'm in a good position that's covering the threatening options, and I can't do anything on the ball, then the ball's not threatening. Instead, I'm like, oh, I gotta help here, but really just chilling here would probably help the most. This touch is fine, I think. Yeah, look at where I end up. Like, oh, I gotta go back. Instead, I was just waiting here. I could get a beat if I want. I don't think I need to get a beat here. My touch doesn't really do that much besides allow me to get boost. Yes, here. Again, I'm covering the corner. Okay, I see something like this. I need to just book it towards net. And then I see something like this. And instead of being facing towards the wall, I'm kind of facing out. Facing like this. And then maybe I actually just decide to go on backboard. And then if I'm on backboard, this is a free save. Right, I see something like that. I don't go up backboard right away, because if you're on backboard, the only option is to defend from backboard, right? So I stay a little grounded. Oh, I see the ball bounces threatening towards the middle. I have to trust that my teammate covers that. So I would be here after I see this. And then I'm free. Okay, now there's probably going to be a lot more desperation plays because down a goal with not much time left. Yeah, this is just screwed. Again, I'm facing towards my net diagonally when that's only covering one option. Instead, I should look to be like this. Just a little sideways so I can turn. Shouldn't be like this because that's a little too aggressive, and shouldn't be like this. I should choose the in-between option and maybe a little bias towards this side. And then if I do that, then maybe I get a touch here. So what did I notice? There's two regions. If the ball's over here, I shouldn't be afraid to just be over here with this view. And if the ball's over here, I should make sure not to get too close too fast. And I should give myself as many options as possible. So positioning like this. And then if the ball goes at the wall, I'm there. If the ball goes midfield, I'm also kinda there. And if it goes really far midfield, then hopefully my teammate's there. But yeah, the main places I noticed bad stuff happens is this whole region. I'm just getting too close too quickly. And this region, their corner, I'm just getting too close too quickly. So maybe I should just try slowing down a little bit, trying to give myself more options, and making sure that if I'm diagonally facing towards my corner, don't. If I'm diagonally facing towards my corner, it's because I'm getting boost. Otherwise, I should be facing like this, or like this. Facing like this doesn't really do anything. Maybe if I have like a super read that, oh, the ball's gonna get here, and if I'm really fast to it, then I can make a play and get a goal. But yeah, those are the main things I noticed.